Is Salman Khan's virtual endorsement of Narendra Modi going to help soften Muslim opinion against the Gujarat Chief Minister? Joining us on the center stage face-off tonight, I want to begin by introducing Zafar Sareshwala. He's a prominent Gujarati businessman in Ahmedabad. He's been playing a very important role in trying to build a rapprochement between the Muslim community and Narendra Modi. With us also on the opposite side, we've got Kamal Farooqi, member of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board. With us to give us a perspective on how Bollywood is viewing Salman Khan's rapprochement towards Modi, Salman Khan's virtual endorsement of Modi is Ashok Pandit, renowned film director. With me in the studio is Dr. Tasleem Ahmad Rahmani, President of the Muslim Political Council of India, and Madhu Kishwar, editor of Manushi and social activist. I want to go across first to Kamal Farooqi. Mr. Farooqi, Salman Khan, in the interview that I did with him, says if other chief ministers are not being hounded, why is it that people don't question who the chief minister of Maharashtra was or UP was or Bihar was when riots happened over there? Salman Khan also says that if courts have given Modi a clean chit, it's the end of the conversation. How can we ask questions of the judiciary? The courts have let Modi go. He goes to the extent of saying he's prepared to campaign for Narendra Modi as one of the most prominent Muslim icons, national icons, and also a massively popular icon amongst the Muslim community. Salman Khan making these comments, do you think they will bridge the trust deficit between Modi and the Muslim community?
First of all, Mr. Salman is factually wrong on 2-3 counts, in fact. One is that court has not given him, Mr. Modi, the clean chit. Cases are still pending. There are sub judice, more particularly the Zakia Jafri case. It is the lowest court which has accepted the SIT report. Otherwise, the whole thing is going on, and other cases are also all pending. So you cannot say that Mr. Modi has been given the clean chit. Number one. Number two, as far as Salman is concerned, he's an actor, and we must see him only as an actor, as a film personality. Nothing more than that. He does not represent any particular community, be Hindu or be Muslims. He's an actor, so I don't want to comment anything on his religious background and whatnot. He is a kind of person who would sell any product in the market, whether it is harmful for the person or not. Actually, these people are only interested in making the money by all those kind of things. So it is only one salesmanship which he is trying to do. He should not be seen as the Muslim icon. Yes, he's an actor, which is being accepted by which is being liked by most of the Indians, but he does not represent the Muslim or Hindu.
You've laid the foundation for this debate. You're saying he's interested only in his commercial considerations. Critics say that he was in Ahmedabad, Ashok Pandit, to seek tax relief for his film Jai Ho, and that Salman said to me in the interview that the main reason was to seek tax relief for Jai Ho, and therefore he's selling a product. You can't take his political views seriously, and they definitely won't sway Muslim opinion. Ashok Pandit, your response to Kamal Farooqi.
Rahul, first of all, I strongly object to the way Mr. Kamal Farooqi, a renowned politician, the way he reacts to the Bollywood actor. You know that, well, he is only an actor. Let me tell Mr. Farooqi that actor also has brains, he has a mind of his own, and he is a person at whom crores of people clap together on his performances. So it's high time we take Bollywood actors seriously and not let them down or put them down as if they are actors or they are just bhands. We are intelligent people, we represent audience we entertain people, and we have importance in the society. Now, as coming to his statements, I think as a citizen, he has anybody has full right for his opinion. You might agree to it or you might not agree to it.
Answer my question, Ashok Pandit.